guys? It's your boy Coach Anthony. You guys made a wise decision. Defense is one of the first things that you should learn in boxing.
You see it?
Anybody can throw a punch, but not everybody knows how to defend one. Not everybody knows how to evade one. Not everybody knows how to block one. A lot of the old timers would say that defense is the first thing you should learn when you go into a boxing gym, as opposed to learning how to throw punches. I agree, because without defense, how are you going to protect yourself? We all know that defense is 50% of boxing, and people only train it 25% of the time and wonder why they get hit twice as much, right? It's just simple math. We're going to cover everything from the very beginning, and then we're going to go ahead and build that up. Whether you have a lot of experience and you just want to go over the fundamentals, or whether you're just starting out and you're trying to learn all this stuff, you made a very wise decision. This is the video for you. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, now guys, we're going to get into slipping. Okay, so we're gonna focus on slipping the jab. What he's going to do is slip outside of my jab. So I throw a jab in, boom, okay? Again, boom. Again, boom, okay? So you notice his head goes off that center. One more time, boom. Again, boom. Now what's good about that, it puts him in position for a cross, okay? Boom, bang. Again, boom, bang, all right? And he can actually slip the other direction. So you can slip inside, right? Again, again. So when slipping straight punches, you can literally slip both ways for the most part. So I'll go ahead and put that together. Okay, again. There you go, right? Very dangerous crossing that line like that, but it can be done. You basically have options, and it puts you in different positions for different counter punches off the slip, but that's how you slip a jab. Okay, keep your hands up for this. Traditional. Yeah. So now we'll talk about slipping the cross, okay? So I'm gonna throw the straight cross, and he's going to slip over his lead leg. Again, again, again. Good. Now, you can also slip the other direction. I like more of a bending at the waist, so instead of him slipping the way he slipped the jab, he would go one level further. I made a video a long time called Frames, where it was frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. He would kind of go to like a frame 3 in this position. So he'll, just in case, because if he slips to where he would slip the jab, it kind of still lines him up. He goes a little bit further and it kind of goes over. So you have the option to slip both directions on the cross. Also, when you decide to slip toward your right, you have to go a little further down, okay? So that's just a big important tip for you guys to know. And you can also roll under the straight right hand, but we're gonna go over that in a second. Okay, so now we're gonna go under hooks, okay? So this is called bobbing, or bobbing and weaving, or rolling under, all the same thing, basically, just different names. The only thing he's gonna do is make that letter U with his upper body. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now if I go ahead and throw the other hand and use the other way, okay? Okay, now notice, I said letter U, face the camera. The letter U. You see that, how I'm drawing a U in front of you guys? That's all he's doing, all right? So there's a lot of torso being involved, all right? And the beautiful thing about creating those U's, he goes this way and he goes this way and bang. And then you can go ahead and come back with the crosses on that, all right? Okay, and now for training purposes, we like to teach a slip, slip, roll. And then I'm gonna give you a better option, okay? So hands up, he'll go ahead and he'll slip, slip, roll, okay? And then you can actually double roll if you want. Slip, slip, roll, roll, okay? So for teaching purposes, we always teach a slip, slip, roll. But in fighting, a real fight, I like a slip, roll, roll. And this is what I was talking about earlier, how you could roll the right hand. So he could slip, roll, roll. So you see I threw the straight right hand and he rolled under it. Slip, roll, roll. And the reason for that is so he doesn't cross that line up high. Because if he crosses that line, there is an opportunity for the straight. But when he goes under it, he goes under it and he goes under it, right? So that's actually a big deal. I like the slip, slip, roll just for teaching guys that left, right, tick-tock, how to transfer their weight. But once we start talking about strategy and realistic boxing, we transition to a slip, roll, roll. All right, so now we're gonna talk about pulls. All right, and this is where I already covered the jab, the cross, the hook, where he slipped the jab, he slipped the cross, he rolled the hook. So you were probably thinking about what happened to the uppercut. So we're gonna start off with the uppercuts. We already kind of covered this in the beginning, but I'm gonna go over it again. Literally the inside, really, you know, we talk about blocking uppercuts, but I think the choice for most good fighters is pulling from an uppercut. I see most fighters just don't want to be there for it. So if I'm here and I throw the uppercut, just pull. You see that? Pull. Again, pull. All right, now you can do the same thing for the hook. Pull, pull, pull. Now notice how he pulls. Show him the rock back on the feet. All right, the footwork is very important on this. So, boom, see the snap back here? Okay, now the back foot, you don't always have to rock back with the back foot. You can just rock back at the waist. It's kind of a situational situation, case by case. Rock back, all right? And so that's the uppercut and the hook. And what people are most known for rocking back on or pulling, all right, is the jab. So you could pull, bang, again. Pull, bang. Now, also what Floyd Mayweather likes to do, which I always talk about the difference of the pull, is he kind of leans over that lead leg a little bit when he rocks back. So it's kind of like a bang, and see he can shoot that cross, but that upper body is actually positioned over that lead leg, and then he can actually slide left. So you can go ahead and rock, bang, and then pivot out left. So when you're adding the pulls, that's basically how when you would use it. You would use it to rock back from mainly uppercuts. You can do the hook. You have to be careful with the hook, because when you're rocking back, you're kind of in a bad position. If a guy's coming with a left hook straight right hand, you can get cracked. But you know, in the situation, a lot of times you can get away with stuff. So at least you understand when you should pull. You can pull the jab, the cross, the uppercut. Mainly the jab, the hook, and the uppercuts. Those are the main punches that you would rock back from, and that's how you do it. All right, so now we're gonna talk about defensive responsibilities when you're punching. Okay, now this is overlooked probably when people are thinking about a defense video, because you figure that's just how you throw the punches, but we're gonna really cover and break down why you do what you do. So we're gonna have Eddie throw. Hello guys, it's your boy Coach Anthony. You guys made a wise decision. Defense is one of the first things that you should learn in boxing. You see it? Anybody can throw a punch, but not everybody knows how to defend one. Not everybody knows how to evade one. Not everybody knows how to block one. A lot of the old timers would say that defense is the first thing you should learn when you go into a boxing gym, as opposed to learning how to throw punches. I agree, because you know, without defense, how are you going to protect yourself? We all know that defense is 50% of boxing, and people only train it 25% of the time and wonder why they get hit twice as much, right? It's just simple math. We're going to cover everything from the very beginning, and then we're going to go ahead and build that up. Whether you have a lot of experience and you just want to go over the fundamentals, or whether you're just starting out and you're trying to learn all this stuff, you made a very wise decision. This is the video for you. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started.